Alright, welcome back everybody. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can get rid of some unwanted background noise in your videos using DaVinci Resolve's built-in temporal and spatial noise reduction features. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So before we proceed any further, I do just want to make a disclaimer. This is a feature that is strictly in the studio version, which is the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, but I think that this one singular feature completely justifies the price alone, and you're going to see why in just a moment. So as you can see, I have a video already within my timeline. It's a video that I uploaded a little while ago, and there's really nothing else to say about it. I've already done a little bit of color grading to it, and if we go into the color tab, you can see I have some nodes here, and this is also where we're going to find our noise reduction. So as you can see, I already have some of it turned on, just so you can see what it looks like with it on. But if I click on that node and I want to turn it off, I just have to hit Control D on my keyboard, and you can instantly see how much more grain and fuzz and horrible chromatic aberrations there are in this section of the video. Now, it does show up everywhere. I just wanted to zoom in on this one little portion because I think it shows it off pretty well. So if we flip between it off and on, you can see it instantly cleans it up once I flip that on. So what did we actually do here? Well, let's reset everything and let's show you exactly what I did. So to begin with, the temporal noise reduction is going to be looking between frames, and it's going to be looking for all of this pixelation, all of this various different colors and artifacting. That's basically what it's looking for from frame to frame. So if we go forward, you can see that it changes every frame. And basically it's looking for the difference between those frames. So the higher you set this frame count, the better your result is going to be, but it also significantly impacts the performance on your computer. So mine isn't able to run it live when I do it at 4 frame difference, but it is one of the better results, so that's what I stick with, and I just put this in as the very last stage right before I'm about to export my videos. If we go to the motion type, I always stick it at better. I don't really see a need to go for faster. I want quality, and that's the one that I go with. And then the motion range, I always pick medium. I haven't really seen too much of a difference in my videos with what I pick, but I'm sure there would be a difference if you're using a lot of heavy movement, a lot of panning, things like that. It might make a difference there, but I've never experimented with that. So see what works best for your videos. Now to the meat and potatoes. Here's what we're actually using to get rid of that noise. So by default, they're going to come linked like this, but I always unlink them because I find that I have to use a little bit more CHROMA than LUMA in my videos. So right now everything is set at 0. If I turn up the LUMA a little bit, it's going to start getting rid of that noise, and usually right around the 18 to 20 mark, it gets rid of the vast majority of it for me. And as we can see, if we jump back between 0 and about 20, it gets rid of essentially everything that's grainy. But what we can still see here is some of this pinkish or green within the background color of the wall there. And to get rid of that, we're going to have to turn up the CHROMA. Now, I find that I have to turn it up quite a lot, usually around 35 or so. So I'm just going to go right around where that should be. And if we zoom in even more, we can see it got rid of most of it right around there. If I turn up the LUMA a little bit more, I think that looks pretty clean now, especially in comparison to what it was. So now if we start going frame to frame, we don't see it bouncing around nearly as much as when that was turned off. Just for comparison, I'm going to turn that back off again. And if we start going frame to frame, you can see a lot more of that noise there. And if we turn it back on, it's essentially all gone. Now to get rid of the last little bit, we can turn on the Spatial threshold, I just keep the settings here again. Enhanced, I don't see a reason not to do that. Radius medium, I haven't seen a difference personally. And then I just keep these linked and I turn it up just a tiny little amount. And for me, that pretty much solves everything at this point. There's essentially no grain anymore in the background. It looks pretty much static at this point. And there we have it. It's pretty much that simple to get rid of the vast majority of the noise in the background. Another spot that we had it was down here. This spot I find is a lot more difficult to get rid of just because it's in the shadows. And even if we start bouncing back, we don't see too much happening back there. If I turn that off, we can see a lot more. Alright, and there we have it. It's that easy to get rid of the background noise in your videos if you're using the paid version of DaVinci Resolve. Now, it does cost a little bit, but if you're serious about making videos, I think this is 100% worth the price just for this singular feature alone. And remember, you do also get the AI upscaling, which for some of you I know doesn't really have any purpose, but for myself, I actually use that and the noise reduction on a daily basis. So for me, those two features were completely worth the price. And if this video was helpful at all, let me know in the comment section below, as well as letting me know what you'd like to see in future episodes. I want to create content that you want to see, so let me know what it is that you want to see. And until next time, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Bye now.